All right, guys, Dan Bidondi here at TruthRadioShow.com. We're in Exeter, West Greenwich, Rhode Island for the town hall meeting that's being held at the high school here because of the crowd that's coming. But today's May 8th, 2019, and Rhode Island Second Amendment community here wants to attempt to make Exeter, West Greenwich the third and fourth sanctuary towns for the Second Amendment. So we're in the high school, and we got the gathering over here. There we go. What's up, guys? How's it going, man? All right.
Hey.
What's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
Good to see you again.
You too, man. All right. Hey, Ashley. Not much ready for another. Yeah.
The president, the council president, come out of that.
Oh, yeah?
Cities and towns that they can get the pass.
Just before you stepped up.
Oh, wow.
Someone says, well, let's pass this bill. It's like,
Who was that? You told me?
The council president said they're going to pass this tonight.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you, man.
they don't want it. But it gives them more. You know, it's like, this is the reason I'm not voting. Not because,
Yeah. So basically I'm streaming live on here, just taking snapshots with this because this takes better video than this stuff. It's crazy. You know, I spend this is more money, this whole setup, and it's, these cameras go out of date quick.
I'm trying to find a yellow bandana for my dog.
Yeah. I was thinking on getting a yellow bandana for the gym with these logos on it.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. Thank you, guys.
After 9 o'clock at night, he was done.
Thank you. Just like Exeter.
Yeah.
I don't think Exeter's actually on duty. Just like if he gets a call, he comes out.
The poster.
They're doing a food drive for the homeless veterans here. Food drive for our veterans. And we're going to be May 9th in Forster, so anybody can get out there, Forster tomorrow. May 16th in Gloucester Town Hall. So if you get out here and come bring your canned goods and non-perishable foods to the Veterans Homeless Food Drive here. Yeah, it's crazy. Governor Gina Raimondo, she wants to spend millions of dollars on illegal immigrants breaking federal law, but she gripes about this becoming a Second Amendment sanctuary, which is constitutional. We're exercising the law and she's breaking the law, and she's got a problem with it. So she spends millions of dollars on illegal immigrants, but yet we have veterans and just people in general, American citizens, homeless here in Rhode Island. And her and the poor excuse of a mayor in Providence, Rhode Island, Jorge Awarda, they could give a rat's ass about anybody. But they want their illegal immigrants so they could get votes. No, this is Ashley Jones here. She's a producer for the Peterson Tilly Show, one of the biggest alternative media shows in the country here. So Ashley, what are your thoughts about tonight? Are you excited?
Very excited that this movement is gaining a lot of steam very fast.
Yeah.
I think it took people by surprise. Rhode Island is doing it again. We did it back in,
Yeah.
we burnt the Gaspee. We blew up the Gaspee. People forget that. And we celebrate it once a year to remember it. We have a whole parade and everything.
And we're blowing up Gina Raimondo's Gaspee.
That tyrant, Gina Raimondo, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
She's a petty tyrant. And
that's being nice. You know what I mean? That's.
Yes.
So are you excited about tonight, ma'am?
Yes.
This is Michelle.
Michelle.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
I'm very excited.
Awesome. So I'm just getting some coverage here because, the fake news loves to say only 2 people showed up when it was 100.
Yeah. They still say in the paper, I read today, like when they when they reminisce on the State House.
Yeah.
Only hundreds of people. There was 3,500 people.
Yeah.
And then Raimondo says, well, they can come and lobby. Well, what do you think we've been doing for the last 3 years?
And she doesn't see 3,000-4,000 pissed off people,
To to 40 gun grabbers, you know?
Yeah, and they have to bust them all in from other states.
Right, yeah,
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
crazy. Yeah.
I saw the bus here and I'm like, oh, here we go.
Is that school? Oh.
I don't know. I was just like, I was kind of nervous when I saw it.
Oh.
You know, school bus after hours.
Yeah.
So,
Let me get that.
Yeah.
So you guys see a sea of yellow shirts here.
Pretty good.
And resistance is victory, man. Tell you. Yeah. I've seen them driving up Tyo Gas. What time is it supposed to start? 7 or something?
7.
Yeah.
7. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah. Sick.
6 Semper Tyrants.
Nice. Let me take a picture. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, me too, Brian. Wish you were here, brother. Don't worry, you're here with us in spirit. So. What's up, guys? How's it going? All right.
oh, I can't talk with Dan York.
Dan York, yeah, fake news.
Yeah, I can't talk with Dan York.
He was in rare form today and yesterday.
I'll get upset. Last time I talked to him, I called him a tyrant.
He's another Glenn Beck. Just when you think he's on your side,
oh
boom.
no, he's
Stabbed.
never been on your
Yep.
side.
I can't
He's
stand
never
his show.
ever been on your side.
Yeah.
Ever.
Once in a while he'll hint toward that, then bam,
Yeah.
there goes
No,
the
he's
knife.
not.
It's like
Yeah.
rat poison.
Yeah.
A little bit of rat poison.
Dan York's talk show host and WPRO here in Rhode Island.
I used to love Matt Allen, but then they threatened his family, and he doesn't talk like he used to.
Yeah.
Remember when he first came
Yep.
out?
Matt's
No,
awesome.
He's not too bad now. He's a little bit. He was bad for a while, but now he's pretty good.
He's getting back towards
I think Matt's
calling
Yeah.
it like it is.
A little bit.
He's talk a lot about God too. I like it.
Because when he first came out, he was,
Yep.
Really.
He
I
was
don't remember
you.
him.
Yeah.
I don't
you know,
remember that.
he was like Alex Jones.
Yep.
When he first came out, he was great. Talked about the New World Order on his show
Yep.
and everything, and global government.
Yep.
And then he had a baby,
Yeah.
and that was it after that.
I miss seeing him at the State House. Good guy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was talking about it several occasions.
The people inside?
Probably, yeah, it's almost 7. I'm ready to go. Let's go in.
All right, we're going to head inside here. And again, if you can make it to these dates, folks. May 9th in Forster, May 16th in Gloucester, whatever. Can't pronounce that damn city. We're doing a can drive, non-perishable foods for the homeless, especially the veterans. Toothbrushes and toiletries are welcome. And
If you can't stay, just swing by with whatever you can. Every bit helps.
Yep. And they're taking donations too. And so I'll come by with some food and everything, water, anything that helps the homeless. So let's head inside. Hey, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? Again, we're at Exeter West Greenwich High School because they expected a big turnout, so they actually rented the auditorium because of that. Because of the big turnout, because the city hall is too small for them. Which way to go? To the left. To the left. So hopefully this doesn't cut out because we're in a rural area. So if it does, I'm gonna have the hard video I'm gonna upload later anyway. So we're inside of Exeter West Greenwich High School and for the town hall committee meeting. So right here in the auditorium.
Between here and the fire station. The asphalt guys, and then they went on the road and went across the street. Across the street, up the side of the house. So they crossed.
Remember, people, when the media says there's only 10 people here, so you can tell them, yeah, tell them again. That's awesome. How's it going, sir? Hey, what's up, brother? How's it going? How's it going, guys? Birds of the view. And just remember this tonight when Channel 12 says we're only 10 people here. I got everybody outside too. You know, Channel 12 does say there's only 10 people that showed up. And,
Yeah.
The fake news. Yeah, I try to be independent. And that's why I'm at the State House all the time. I say 50 people showed up when it was 3,500.
I've seen your yellow shirts at the State House.
Yeah. I think that was an illusion, man, I tell you.
Now we're at the end of our agenda, and next is coming a discussion and vote on a resolution declaring the Town of West Greenwich a Second Amendment sanctuary town. So, you know, there's been a lot of thought put into this where we're moved by what Burrillville did. We thought it was a forward-thinking and out-of-the-box thinking idea that they had with this resolution. I've thought a lot about it, and one of the things with rural communities is it's not a gun issue in our rural communities, it's a government issue. It's the government not properly, I guess, putting laws in that go to what's actually going on in society. Like in our state, I've talked to a couple of the assistant attorney generals that have worked the gun court. They say the problem with the situation there is that there's no mandatory jail time for people who are arrested with illegal guns or unlicensed guns. So that's an issue that needs to be taken up at the state legislature and at the governor's branch. It's very easy to come out and cherry pick the low-hanging fruit, which is all of you people for the most part. And the law-abiding citizens that live out in these rural communities. We feel this is one issue of a multitude of issues that the state ignores these hard-working rural communities, such as West Greenwich and everyone else in the western part of the state. Force is doing it tomorrow night. And so it's important that at least I feel that we had a discussion about this. I also feel that if these type of laws are passed, and certainly our local police go out and have to go out and commandeer guns from law-abiding citizens, you're probably going to see a couple of things happen possibly. One is you're going to see people who've never been arrested and never had committed a crime going to get arrested because they don't want to turn their guns over, and or police get hurt. We don't want to see either happen. So we know this is a resolution. We know it has no binding effect, but we also feel that it shouldn't be just the big cities, whether it's in this state or other states, that's driving the train. That they can get away and say things and do things, and that's okay. And I'm going to give you an off-topic example. And it was a noble suggestion, but when you have the mayor of Central Falls, who has not paid for their school district in I don't know how many years, and when you have a hurricane in Puerto Rico, and he says, yeah, bring the kids from Puerto Rico to go to school in Central Falls, a noble gesture. But that's like me saying here tonight, all you people come out for a drink at Dan's afterwards because Kevin Green's paying. That's one of the things I know Administrator Green is going to expand on some of that, is that's why we wanted to put this on the agenda for tonight. So, Administrator Green, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I didn't bring my billfold.
And he's a farmer.
I know that there's feelings on this in all kinds of different directions. The first thing I want to say, because I've been listening to a lot of stuff on the radio, only because when I'm feeding the cows, I have the radio on in my tractor, but, you know, today, oh, you know, what's the rest of the town thinking? I mean, look, I'm looking out here right now, and they can say anything they want. Today I heard, well, the Second Amendment people show up with yellow shirts and scare everybody away and all of this stuff. I know 80% of you people sitting here. I mean, you live in this town. This isn't something where you went out and recruited people to come from all over the state to sit here. I mean, I didn't know who would be here tonight, but as I'm looking out here and looking around, I know most of you. So it is a representation of the town. And if there's anybody here that feels differently, they're perfectly welcome to get up and say so. And you know, you guys are respectful, you men and women. But as I watch this thing unfold, it's the Second Amendment issue, but it's a Western Rhode Island issue. I mean, we're supposed to sit here and we're supposed to listen how the mayor of Providence, he declares it a sanctuary city, but the rest of the state pays for it. Now you want to put washing machines and dryers in the school in Providence. We're going to pay for it ultimately. I mean, as Providence goes, so goes the rest of the state. And I think, along with the Second Amendment part of this, I think it grew to a part where a lot of us towns feel like we're all sitting here. We're well run. We're not broke. Our pensions are paid up. We're not the problem. But yet, all of these mandates keep coming forward, throw them out here, cut their school aid, we need it in Providence, we need it here, you know, they can pay more out there. And we're forgotten. And so this is the tip of the iceberg where I think Burrillville started it because they said we had enough. We had enough. I mean, it's not that everybody out here is a gun nut. It's not that everybody out here has guns, but they got pride. They got a right to live here. They got a right to not have somebody crawling down their throat every single minute. And, you know, we'll see how it goes with these other towns. Everybody knows that at the end of the day, every police chief in each of these towns has got to do what he's got to do. He's going to uphold the law, and hopefully we never get to where we're talking about getting now. But if nothing else, this sends a message that these towns out in this part of the state, you know, they're going to stick with the Second Amendment, and they're going to stick with a whole lot of other things. And, you know, I give everybody credit for coming tonight because we haven't had a council meeting with over 15 people at it in ages.
Before we move to the audience, I'm going to ask any of the other council members if they'd like to make any comments.
I do. I, along with Mark, happen to be an attorney. So as an attorney, I'm an officer of the court, and I'm bound to uphold the laws of the state of Rhode Island, as well as the Constitution. I am a supporter of the Second Amendment. My concern with this resolution, even though we all know that it's non-binding, is that here we are telling our police officers that we as a town council who sign their paychecks are saying we're going to be a sanctuary city and you know try to look the other way. But when they get sworn in, they're told that they're supposed to uphold the laws of the state of Rhode Island. We're bound by it. We are a civil society. The law is what the law is. And if you want to change it, you change the people over at the State House. That's how it works. Elaine was quoted in the newspaper that as a senator, she is also sworn to uphold the laws. We are bound to uphold the laws. To hold anything as a sanctuary, whether it be immigration or the Second Amendment, is basically saying, let's ignore what the law is. So how can we on one hand say it's not right to have a sanctuary city for immigration purposes, but it's okay for us to have a sanctuary city for Second Amendment purposes. It's hypocritical. It's absolutely hypocritical. We can't have it both ways. If it's not right one way, if it's wrong, it's wrong. I think it's wrong. You can't have a sanctuary city for illegal immigrants. You can't have a sanctuary city for Second Amendment rights. That is my opinion.
Thank you. Okay. We'll take some comments from the floor. Brenda, Walker Jacobson. Jacobs.
Okay. So first of all, thank you for letting us speak tonight and to bringing this issue forward. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Brenda Jacob. I'm a lifelong resident of West Greenwich. And first off, I'd like to acknowledge the tragedy that happened in the school in Colorado yesterday. Our sympathies go out to them from the firearm community, because no one hates seeing gun crimes more than law-abiding citizens like us, and it's unfortunate, but we usually end up bearing the brunt of the rhetoric that follows stuff like that. And that's why we're here, because there's a lot of rhetoric going on at the State House. Today I'd like to take a moment to explain why I'm in favor of the resolution. I spend a lot of time at the State House. I'm actually spend so much time there that they've now asked me to be a lobbyist. So every year, I can personally tell you there's 30 or 40 anti-gun bills that are brought, and so many times I've heard it's not a big deal, you know, it's okay if they just want to take this gun, or it's okay if they just want to do these restrictions. But tonight I'm going to explain to you why it's not okay. This session, currently, we're trying to hold back 25 bills from passing. Lucky for you, I don't have them all with me. I'm not going to read them. But I am going to bring to your attention just two, because I want to explain to people that might be on the fence about this issue what we're dealing with up at the State House. To me, it's very bothersome when you get into words like forfeiture, surrender, and it's surrender of personal property, and it's forfeit. There's registration now involved in a lot of this, you know, and I can show it all to you. But what happens with this is it's a precedent setting too, and that worries me as far as the law goes, and the fact that we are totally being infringed on, especially when it comes to our Second Amendment rights. Our Rhode Island Constitution is very simple. It says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It's very simple and plain. But yet, year after year after year, we're up at the State House and we're battling for our rights and to stop these infringements. The second reason that I am in favor of this resolution is I think it does send a message up to the State House. I happen to be fond of our police department, and I think they do a great job, and I'm very concerned about putting them in danger when it comes to some of these laws, because they're not taking our police departments into consideration. They're also not taking into the burden that it's going to put on the towns. In House Bill 5739, the magazine ban, these magazines that are over 10 round capacity need to be surrendered to the local police department. No town in this state, I think, is set up to handle the storage issue of any of these gun bills. They're not staffed properly or can handle the added staff in budget or in the department to handle forfeiture, seizure, surrender. And I think it puts a lot of undue burden on the police and the police department and the towns as a whole. And there's a lot of legal fees that will come along with that. Like even for the assault rifle ban that they're proposing, if a person chooses to render a firearm inoperable, they have to file with the local police chief. Then the police chief has to send them a certification. Then this police chief has to then send 4 copies to the state police, to the AG's office, to the town council. You know, so like it just becomes burdensome for the town too. And I don't think any of the departments should have to be in this position where they, for one, have to put their life on the line if we have to start surrendering firearms, or for 2, to have the undue burden to the town or the police departments to have to implement all of these procedures. I agree wholeheartedly with what Kevin says. you know, when they're up there and they're making these laws, they're not thinking about us. They're not thinking about the towns. They're not thinking about the burden, the financial burden, the personnel burden. And I really am in favor of this because I think that it does send a message up to the state to say, hey, wait a minute, you guys, you need to start thinking about these issues too. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's another attack on law-abiding citizens. We're not the problem. You're never going to be able to legislate morality. You're never going to be able to legislate mental illness. It just can't be. This is a fear-based issue, and, you know, you can't legislate what makes me feel safe over what makes other people safe. And it becomes quite bothersome that, you know, we just have to keep fighting and fighting and fighting. So I do appreciate you putting this on the agenda, and I'm very thankful that you've done this, and I really hope that you will approve this resolution. And thank you again for your time. And if you have any questions at all, please ask.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Is anyone here who would like to speak in opposition to the resolution? Okay, Elaine, you want to come up? Senator Elaine Morgan.
Hello. I would like to address the committee and the town, and I would like to say thank you for bringing this to the forefront. We are under attack. The Second Amendment is under attack, as you all well know. I thank everyone. Wow, I didn't realize there were so many yellow shirts and advocates here. But I want to say that they're not listening to us upstate. We need to take a stand, and that is part of what I sent my letter for, because we need to take a stand. And the bills that are being put forth at the State House are just, they're not for us law-abiding citizens. We are law-abiding citizens. If I drive by my child's school on the way to get a coffee with my girlfriend, and I'm a legal carry owner, I drive by, maybe I have a tail light or I'm going 2 miles over. With some of these bills, I get pulled over and I have my concealed carry permit. Guess what? I'm not going home to see my kids that night. These are some of the unlawful, anti-Second Amendment. We have, our state constitution says, what does it say, Kevin? It's a simple one statement. Our Second Amendment will not be infringed upon. So all of these laws that they keep coming, the left keeps coming at us with, we need to take a stand. We have to take a stand. And just because we're not the wild, wild west, as they keep telling, you hear the radio stations. Speaker Mattiello even backed us today, saying that he uphold our First Amendment rights along with our Second Amendment rights. We are being infringed upon, and they're not going to stop at this. Are they?
Nope.
No, they're not. And they keep coming with the little, it's like boiling the frog. You get a pot of water, you throw the frog into a pot of water. If it's boiling, it's going to jump out. So you put a frog in a pot of semi-lukewarm water, and it will stay in until it's fried. And that's what they're trying to do to us. And we need to stand up. It's more of a statement of, we pay for everything in Providence, Central Falls. We support their schools. We are penalized. We keep up our schools. Our schools are the best. Exeter, West Greenwich, Charlestown, all of our Charahoe schools are the best kept schools in our state. So all of our money is being sent to schools who do not upkeep their schools. I don't know where the money goes up there. It's this never-ending pot of wherever it goes, they won't answer to us. So why do we have to pay for everything that they want everything from us? We're law-abiding citizens, and we need to take a stand. And that's basically where I'm at. And I thank all of the town council, town managers, and everyone up here, and everyone who came out tonight to speak for our Second Amendment. Thank you all.
Before we vote, I'd like to recognize Representative Roberts and Senator Rogers. I don't know if either one of you want to speak.
Sherry.
I'm the solicitor and Forster, and Gordon's the senator, so we'll be there tomorrow night seeing what goes on in that town. I think at this point, I think we might as well just take the vote, and we'll see how this turns out. So I'll take a motion to adopt the Burrillville Town Council Second Amendment Sanctuary Town, which we've also put into a West Greenwich version as well. So moved. By Boyer, is there a second? Second. By McKay, all in favor? Aye. I also vote aye. Opposed?
Opposed.
Rika Sloan, so 4-1 it passes.
Yeah.
One last thought from myself is it's always very difficult to get all these rural towns together, and I think hopefully, and I hope the other towns hear me and this comes out, but I just hope that we can get together, whether it's the council presidents, as the mayors do in the big cities, and we can have some type of a presence at the State House, because we haven't done that in the past, and I think it's high time we do that, because we're the proverbial, forgotten child out here. West Greenwich 2 years ago was the hardest working community in the state, I guess, on average. And this state has socialism by another name, and it's not. It's taking the money, and it's divvying it up to the dysfunctional communities in this state, and it's just another word for socialism. And I think it's high time that all these small communities get together and have a presence, and we haven't been able to do that. Maybe it's like herding cats, I don't know. Maybe we're all too busy, but it's something that I'm going to explore, and I'm going to talk to some of the other council presidents, so maybe they can reach out to me as well, and we can maybe get this. And this could be the beginning of something, and hopefully it is. Public forum, which is, if there isn't any, we're going to go to executive session. We don't go executive session? Public forum. Anyone want to have anything to say? If not, we're going to move to adjourn. Motion to adjourn. Rika Sloan, second.
No, I'm just hearing something.
Number 3.
Maybe they said yes.
Number 3.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is Elaine Morgan, great senator here in Rhode Island. Next governor, right? Someday.
Someday.
They're too stupid to vote for her. They really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you take out the voter fraud, you'll win.
The dead people
Yeah.
voting?
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Check your messenger. See what it was.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's look at a celebratory drink.
Number 3, baby.
All right, we're doing it.
History in the making, man.
Don't give up, man. Don't give up.
Yep.
Never give up.
Have a good night, man. You too. Take care. So what are your thoughts, Ashley?
Huh?
Another victory?
Yeah, another victory. Richmond next week as well.
Number 3, baby.
We're getting stronger and stronger.
Yep. Hell yeah. Damn right, brother. God bless you, man.
We're going to get a drink if you want to join us, Dan.
Where you going?
We're going to go to the tavern, or you want to go to Dan's?
Oh, no, I got to go to my friend Paul's house up the road to drop some shirts off him.
Okay, there you go.
But I got to work tonight, I wish.
Yeah.
I'll take you up some other night on the awful.
All right.
You too. Tell Peter I said hello.
I will.
Yep.
Yeah, see you for next week.
Tomorrow, right? Coventry's interesting.
We already go over.
Yep. Oh, good.
They're not here with you tonight? So, and I've never...
Town number 3, baby. Woo!
Yeah, about
it. Number 3, man.
Foster's tomorrow.
Hell yeah. On to Foster. Woo! Like Belichick says, on to Cincinnati. On to Foster, yeah. This is awesome.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hey. All right, guys.
How you guys feel, man?
Right, feel good.
On to Foster.
Feel good. Another big win.
We
Keep
need
it
to
going.
stand up for our Second Amendment.
Damn right. And that's a Patriot right there,
Did you send her
This
the
guy?
picture today? I did.
Oh no, that's Charlestown. That's like a 4-year-old picture.
Oh, okay.
I love that picture. I love my gun.
That
I
might
love
be-
my
that
uniform.
might be our next profile picture for the
Yes,
group.
use it.
You'll be there tomorrow?
I don't know if we have a full agenda. I had to race here tonight.
Good seeing you. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Nice seeing you.
You too.
Big win. We gotta get that. We gotta get the map soon, so we can start
This way,
highlighting it in
Channel 12 can't say
yellow.
there's only 10 people, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah, Foster.
What school is that at Foster?
Payne School.
Need to take a stand.
The council president asked him if
I like how some of these people say, well, resolutions not binding. Resolutions create the Constitution. People, I'm glad now it's taking huge stand. Now 3 cities, Raimondo shit.
there's something very wrong in Richmond.
It's funny,
Not that it's wrong.
it seems like their retorts are like
Misspoke.
not threatening, but there's some harder language about being a sanctuary area, where if we choose not to abide by whatever unconstitutional laws they're putting on the books, I'm sorry. That's why we have guns. That's why we have laws. That's why we have checks and balances. We have due process. We have a lot of freedoms, and it's just time to we got to go by these rules, because these are the rules that were built to keep this country going. We've already had shitty people try to run us. We fought with them, and we sent them back home. It has to be done again.
Yeah, unfortunately, but you need to make a stand now before it's too late.
But this is where we're banging it out. I mean, we're not shooting at people, but we're here banging out every spot.
Damn right.
We just need the support.
We're politically sinking Raimondo's Gaspy.
Gotta be, man. So this is the best way to attack the snake.
Yep, exactly.
Right at the fucking head.
Yep. Damn right, man.
Coming down here from New Hampshire, shit's wild, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good job, brother.
Good job to everybody involved. Yeah, oh yeah, we'll all be there. 7 o'clock at Payne School.
Thank you, bro. Thanks, brother.
Hey, man, thank you. The least I can do.
We're getting Situate on the
Situate, I'm hopefully that'll be awesome. I'm working on Cranston right now. It's gonna be a couple of guys working on Cranston, and we got some people in Coventry that
I live in Situate now, and I gotta go there tomorrow and try to get them to vote on and put it on the agenda.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna pop the
that's
question.
where you're going, right?
Yeah.
You said Situate. You got a couple guys going up there?
Yeah, I actually have, I think a good 12 or 15, and I got, what's good is my buddy Frank belongs to Highland, Rod and Gun, and the board talked about it at the meeting last night and says all members that are residents got to attend. So
oh, nice.
If
If we could get Cranston and Coventry, mega.
Right. We reached out to
yeah. That's like two of the biggest cities.
You see that?
And Warwick too.
Yeah.
I saw.
Reach out to it.
Hey guys, what's going on, man?
Dan.
Nice seeing you again, man.
You too.
Hey, brother.
Another one.
Oh, you too.
Another one,
eh? Foster, man.
Yes, sir.
Like Belichick says, on to Cincinnati, on to Foster,
yeah.
It's awesome stuff, man. You excited for tomorrow, man?
Huh?
You excited for tomorrow?
I'm excited for everything.
Yeah. 3 cities, man.
As long as I'm on the right side of the
yeah.
grass, I'm all right.
Damn right.
You know?
I tell the woman that voted against it, I had a nice talk with her.
Yeah.
Very nice woman, and I kind of explained to her the founding fathers, many of them were lawyers too. They went against the rule of law at the time because they knew it was right. You know what I mean? She understands, and I told her, I hope you're on the right side of history when it's all said and done. You know?
Yeah.
I keep hearing this is unenforceable. It's unenforceable. That's not true at all. Because all these town councils have to do is close down the police department. And I know that people say, "Oh, you're going to close down the police department?" We don't want the laws enforced. We pay the bill. We pay for.
We don't have that problem,
right? You don't.
Yeah, we don't.
We're not.
We don't.
Yeah,
I live right behind the gun club. I mean, a gun shop. Tom Pelchak.
Oh, Dan Patterson.
We could turn on a mob next week and we can help with these things.
Yeah. I was going to come last night.
I'll tell you, it was despicable because they waffled.
The moms.
They had everything. They said what they wanted to do before they started. Then they brought up this point of order by the vice president of the council, who supposedly made a statement that they wanted a discussion at the meeting. He didn't rule out having a vote, and they had their discussion, and there was no more people that wanted to speak. They just caved in. They let this woman spiel off about a page and a half worth of stuff, not speaking off the cuff, but just reading it. Didn't shut her down.
Her Bloomberg speech?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's probably the stock Bloomberg speech, yeah. You know. So I think we can turn out a lot of people next week.
Yeah, good.
A lot of people.
This is huge. I mean, like, we get Foster tomorrow. That's amazing. It'll be a good momentum going to Richmond.
I heard the parliamentarian, not the parliamentarian,
take care,
but
sir.
the
Yep, definitely.
Not that I ever see any yellow shirts at the state house.
Yeah.
You know, I see maybe 1 or 2 every day.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Just 1 or 2, that's all.
That's because we all work, John.
I can't say anything when I'm at the State House, but I can be fashionable.
Yeah.
Now they had a situation where they should have been able to vote. They had their intention. It was part of their agenda.
Yeah.
Everything was covered. And then you get these left of liberal lame excuses. Well, we didn't know, which translates into we didn't have enough time to recruit outside help. And now next week it'll probably be a circus. So the only way to beat the circus is to have enough people there to show up. And hopefully people will turn out. The thing is, we're going to turn out a lot of people in Richmond in case they decide to limit the speaking only to people who are residents of Richmond. I asked the council if they could send a little delegation down to help us out. I said they probably could,
Good.
You need people.
And most of those are from Connecticut. Those moms.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Massachusetts, Connecticut,
yeah.
Bus them in. Give them a free shirt, a free meal, probably,
Yep.
and bus them in.
Yeah.
The problem is, we have a Supreme Court law of the land. It's the Constitution. Ours predates the federal Constitution. That is the law.
Yeah.
Anything else is an untested law, and whenever they decide to test it, it usually fails. So all of the talk about we have to worry about what the state does, we should rely upon what our constitutions say and make that stick.
Exactly.
Have a good night. We'll see
Hey,
you.
God bless you, brother. Take care. All right, guys, Dan Bidondi here. I'm going to cut out another victory here next to West Greenwich. There's 3 towns now, Burrillville, Hopkinton, and West Greenwich here. 3 towns that we just won. We're going to Foster tomorrow. As Bill Belichick says, on to Cincinnati. Well, on to Foster tomorrow. I'm going to go to Foster tomorrow. Next week, we're going to hit Richmond, Rhode Island. So we're going to try to take this whole state if we can. So again, another victory for the Second Amendment. Another just a message to the governor, the tyrant. I call the new King George. We are what we're doing because years ago we sunk Gaspee to start the revolution. Well, we're sinking politically. We are sinking and blowing up Governor Raimondo's Gaspee. You know, the Gaspee of tyranny. So we're winning this war, and we're going to win it. Dan Bidondi for TruthRadioShow.com. And remember, you are the resistance. And resistance is victory. God bless and shalom. Declaring war on the New World Order. TruthRadioShow.com.